to text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I'ma see for decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen, something that you never been. But I wake up and nothing's wrong. Just get ready for work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. In the cafe,
Hey y'all, it's Mocha Mima. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with the hot topics for you. Y'all, this week, I'm tired this week. I have a lot going on. I'm so glad it's Thursday. I got my drink in my hand. I didn't come on camera today because I am not feeling that great. But I got my drink in my hand. Today, my drink is just some regular old iced tea. That's all I'm drinking. So I don't drink anyway, but usually I have this Walmart, either the cherry sugar-free Kool-Aid stuff or the fruit punch. But today I decided it's getting hot out. It's iced tea season for me. And I don't drink sugar-free iced tea. I drink the regular iced tea. So I just got that in my hand. Y'all, let's get into this stuff. Listen, the first thing, let me pull my, this iced tea is good. I gotta take a second sip, y'all. Excuse me. So the hot topics I'm taking are from Instagram. Y'all, listen, I gotta send a shout out to the Justice Department for their indictment of Donald Trump. Thank you, Justice Department, so much. Listen, I'm not a person that's down for the police, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you for taking care of that. Like he was saying, lock her up. I say lock him up. Keep him locked up. He didn't need to go on any bail or nothing like that. He just needed to be locked up and they could throw the key totally out. So thank God. Now, I've been watching everything and hearing all these Republicans and stuff backtrack this and that and the other. Leave him. Listen, could you imagine him in jail? That orange would be gone. He would be looking pasty and that hair would be looking gray and the whole 9 yards, a hot mess. This is an opinion article here from the Grio. I guess it was written by Teray. I'm not crazy about Teray. I used to listen to some of his stuff before, but some of his views get on my nerves. So I don't even want to get into that. But the judge that was presiding over the case, I guess she had some issues last year with the case and stuff regarding Trump, and then the I want to say 11th Circuit got into her behind about her ruling, so she better watch her step this time because those were conservative judges and they are not playing with her. So let's hopefully they will take care of this expeditiously, like T.I. says, and Trump will go to jail. So I'm going to play this now. This is from the Grio.
And the White House is very aware. I'm sure the president's very aware, and we're waiting for tomorrow. How would you qualify the mood here, as this is such a serious moment with very sensitive information and a former president of the United States?
The president is focused on his tasks as commander-in-chief. Again, we're going to let the Justice Department speak to this. His focus is on making sure, as commander-in-chief, that he can continue to defend the country, continue to advance our economic competition with competitors like China, make sure that we can advance our foreign policy around the world. That's where his head is. It's.
So I'm not going to play all of that from the the head of the National Security Council. The bottom line is this: Biden administration, you don't need to say nothing at all about that orange nut, the orange Satan that is locked up. Nothing needs to be said whatsoever. Just let it be. Hey, Jaden, how are you? Welcome. Just let it be what it is. Nothing needs to be said. What y'all need to do is talk more about what you're doing, because people keep coming out and saying, oh, the Biden administration is not doing nothing for me. What are they doing for the black people? They can't say that they're doing stuff that specifically for black people. They can make policies geared towards black people that will help black people and other people of color out, but they can't just say something, this is for black people, this is for black people. Because if y'all know or not, when they did that for the black farmers, now that relief and that money is all tied up in litigation because white farmers got upset. So tell your friends and whatnot, stop saying what are they going to do for the black people, and look at what is being done. Even with the student loan issue, that stuff, that's now is going to the Supreme Court. You know, because people thought maybe some black people or poor people was going to get a little bit extra. A lot of them are the rich people thinking we're going to get an extra dime. So now they're all up in a roar, and now the thing is going to the Supreme Court. So shout out to the Biden administration for everything that they do for us. I appreciate it. You know, so listen, I wanted to bring you guys this story. Let me pull this up. I gotta stop that. So in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the other day I had seen this story about a mother whose daughter had been getting these text messages, and the text message came from, I guess, like the administrator in the school. So it started off where he's sending her these messages. Then he tried to say as a joke. That's not no joke when you are a grown behind man sending messages to a teenage girl and you're the head of that school. So I'm gonna change my screen up so I could play this for you guys because you could see it, because I just could not believe it when I heard about this whole thing. All right, let me play this for you. People are just disgusting and need to be locked up. So let me play this for you.
Here from our 9 News investigators. Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. The Baton Rouge Police have now launched an investigation after a report by our WAFB team and the dean of students at a local school.
He's accused of giving money to a student in exchange for racy photos. And when the girl's mom went to confront him, things got very heated. All of it caught on video. Now she's speaking only to 9 News and our lead investigator, Scotty Hunter. Scotty.
Well, guys, the I-Team broke the story this morning by showing you this confrontation. Now we want to show you the text messages that led to it all and left that mom fuming.
Never put my hands on it. Stupid jokes on it. Never put my hands on it, never touch it.
Emotions running hot as a mother confronts Corey Nash, the dean of students at her daughter's school, claiming Nash has been sending X-rated messages to the teenage girl for months. The mother, Rainisha Cummings, went through her daughter's phone this week and says she discovered Nash, an administrator at Second Chance Academy, was on the other end of these explicit messages.
What went through your mind when you saw that?
I was angry.
Those messages include this one where he appears to ask the girl what she needs, then asks does he get something in return. When she responds money for food, he replies saying how much and what do I get? Later, the girl asks for money and Nash appears to ask why she only texts him for money. Then he complains that he cannot touch her. The WAFB team called the same phone on these text messages and Nash answered and identified himself.
Are you nervous about how far this would go if you hadn't have found this?
Yeah. I don't play behind my kids. No one should.
Here's a record of the payments Cummings says her daughter got for $300 here and $600 there. The mother says she knew something was not right when her daughter suddenly had extra cash. Then Cummings tells me she saw the text messages where she says Nash offered to send the money.
It's more of send me pictures of your body. I'll send you cash.
Her daughter is now 17, but Cummings claims she was 16 when the messages started back in April. While she says her daughter was also wrong in the situation, she says Nash is the adult and should have never done something like this. Cummings went up to the school yesterday to confront Nash with her daughter recording the encounter, and Nash admits on camera that he did send the messages before trying to excuse his actions.
I sent some irresponsible text message to her. I was out of order and I was wrong, but I never touched her. And that was me. That's my fault. That's me owning up to that. Never touched her in the money. Man, I was wrong, Jerry. That's me. Taking the joke too far.
The mom brought a friend with her to confront Nash, and at one point you can hear that man ask the administrator specifically about some of the vulgar messages, which again, Nash does not deny.
Taking the joke too far. That was a stupid joke and wrong, irresponsible joke. Never was gonna put my hands on, never did.
At one point, the administrator even addresses the student directly to prove he never touched her.
Never put my hands on, never touched her. And she'll take you there. Did I touch you? I put my hands on when?
No, but you tried. Don't be stupid.
When I tried?
When everybody was outside.
When I tried?
You said, can I touch you?
And when you said no, and I said, okay, good. And I started laughing. I was laughing.
At this point in the encounter, the mother says she lost it.
But you just told me. No, I was not going to put my hands on. Why try to cut it off? That was a joke.
I just went irate right then because I know he was going to tell me that was a lie. As talking to him, he told me everything was a joke. You don't joke with kids like that.
While she admits she did lose her cool, Cummings tells me she is heartbroken and outraged that someone in charge of her child's education would do something to violate her trust. While she believes nothing sexual ever happened between Nash and her daughter, she's already gone to the police and wants something done.
I will not stop until he shut down. It needs to stop.
Perhaps what's most shocking is that throughout the confrontation caught on camera, Nash never denies his actions, but simply makes one excuse after another.
You should have known better about that.
It was a bad joke and shouldn't have been joking like, but never put my hands. Never put my hands on.
Continuous jokes,
Stupid jokes on it. Never put my hands on. Never touched it.
Are you hoping that he faces some kind of jail time behind this?
Yes. Yes.
All right, so that administrator that you saw there saying it was a joke, Scotty, actually, you talked to him this morning. What did he have to say?
Yeah, I spoke with him. He didn't want to go into detail about those text messages or exactly what happened. He did, though, tell me that he was getting an attorney and that he would sit down and do an interview with us either today or tomorrow. It didn't happen today. We are still open for it, so we'll see if it does actually happen.
All right, let's get plenty to say. Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate it.
Now, y'all, he is a disgusting pig, and I want to say some other stuff as well. Gigi, thank you so much. Listen, I was 16 once, and things was totally different when I was 16 because I'm almost 60. I was saying the same thing. That young girl, this man, who knows how long this man has been texting her and everything else. So that young girl needs to be accountable. And that's what happens with a lot of our young girls. We have to teach them that it doesn't matter, even if you're just teasing a man or a boy or whatever, you cannot do that. That is not right. You can get yourself in some serious harm and serious trouble. She cannot do that, because if she was doing that with if that was like a police, because the police set up stings too, you know, and if she was doing that and the police caught her, she could get in trouble. And especially them being black down in Louisiana, it's a whole bunch of other stuff. But he needs to be, listen, first of all, I wouldn't have brought my daughter there to see him at all. I would not have brought my daughter there with me. I would have listen, it would have been me. It would have been some of my friends. I wouldn't even have to bring a man with me. I would have went up there myself with a bat or whatever and took it to him. But y'all, there's more. There is more. Let me play this for you, because this is not his first time. This is another girl he did that to. So let me pull that up. This man is disgusting. They need to contact the school, the Board of Education, the school board, and everybody else. I mean, that looked like one of them little, I don't know what kind of rinky-dink school, looked like one of those garage-looking church things where they got all that stuff going on. Listen, no. Let me play this other one for you. Hold on.
I team uncovering another complaint against Corey Nash, the private school administrator already accused of sending inappropriate messages to an underage student.
This time, a pastor is coming forward on behalf of another student, and she's speaking to our lead investigator, Scotty Hunter. He's here with us now. Scotty.
Guys, this new complaint comes just one day after we exposed those other allegations. But tonight we've learned police have actually known about this complaint and those messages for a few weeks now. It's the second complaint against a top administrator at Second Chance Academy. This time, Pastor Melissa Dunn Davis is coming forward on behalf of a 15-year-old girl at her church who also goes to the school and also claims Corey Nash sent her inappropriate messages.
But they gave me those text messages and I read them. They made me cringe. And I'm a grown adult.
In one of the messages, Nash allegedly told the girl, "You can just call me daddy." And when the girl questions it, he says he's just playing. Later, he tells the girl he should stop texting before she tells. After seeing the messages, this pastor took them straight to the police.
That kind of stuff, we can't let it keep happening. We just can't.
The pastor went to police about 3 weeks ago, but this complaint just being made public one day after the WAFBI team exposed a similar allegation against Nash as a mother confronted him over sending money to her daughter. That mother claims Nash was trying to get X-rated pictures in return.
Never put my hands on it. Stupid jokes on it. Never put my hands on it, never touch it.
When you look at the report from yesterday, he owned up to his actions. But then he walked away without any repercussions.
In that case, Nash is caught on camera. He admits to sending those inappropriate messages, saying they were a joke gone too far.
I sent some irresponsible text message to her. I was out of order and I was wrong, but I never touched her. And that was me. That's my fault. That's me owning up to that. Never touched her, send her money. Man, I was wrong, Jerry. That's me. Taking the joke too far.
This pastor just hopes that police take all of these complaints seriously and take action.
Now there are two complaints against Corey Nash, very similar circumstances. Are you concerned about how many other cases there could be?
I'm very, very concerned. I'm very concerned.
Pastor Davis tells me she chose to file the report and speak on behalf of the young girl's mother to protect that girl's identity. And she says while some people may blame the young girls for responding to Nash, she says he is the adult and the blame falls squarely on his shoulders.
You know they're not grown. So if you know they're not grown, then why are you grazing in that grass? I pray for him, number one. Number two, Mr. Nash, I want to say to you, I pray to God that you never experience mentally what some of these young ladies are experiencing.
Now that there are two separate complaints out there, Davis is hoping anyone else who may have any inappropriate messages from Nash will be empowered to come forward and report it.
If your child has gone through anything like this, please don't sit quiet. It's time to get up.
Now, we did reach out to the attorney who we're told represents Nash. We had to leave a message telling him about this new complaint and asking for comment on any of these allegations. So far, though, guys, we've not heard back.
All right, Scotty Hunter for us tonight on our I team. Thank you.
A woman police say.
Now, y'all, that man is that's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And he's around children. Who knows what other girls are going to come out about this. But he sent that girl, as far as we know, $900. He sent to the original, the young lady from the first report. So I will keep up on this story because he needs to be locked up. The men down in that area, they need to take it to his behind. That's what really needs to be done. Now, in keeping with, well, it's not with that kind of stuff, but y'all, listen, let me add this. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, wrong. Oh, sorry, y'all, wrong slide. Where's that slide at? This story I did the other day about Zion Williamson and his, I don't want to call her a side, well, she is a side chick, but this one right here, the salty side chick. This girl will not let it go. She will not leave him alone. She's absolutely ridiculous. Like, this has now been from Tuesday of last week. So that's been what, 9 days now? Today's Thursday, right? Yeah. It's been 9 days since she found out that he has a girlfriend. And this is the girlfriend right here. Her name is Akima. So they did the announcement last week that they're having a girl and everything. But Mariah, of course, as with most side chicks, does not know how to play her position. So she is still coming after him over and over again on Twitter. So I thought maybe she would feel embarrassed because people was lighting her up on Twitter that it would die down, but no. Mariah went through the weekend, and Mariah is she's still going off about it. It's absolutely ridiculous. So let me go here. I have it queued up here on her Twitter page. So this is June 11th right here, for where she was saying stuff. I mean, she's going like through the stages of, was it Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's stage of grief? But she keeps going back from stage to stage. So here she is on the 11th talking about how she's going to be cheering him. And she's talking about how she's no longer a corn star, but you know what I mean by corn. I'm squeezed by her and her looking like a Bratz doll going crazy. But she just keeps on, look at this, on and on and on and on. She's still. So then she gets here, she's saying that someone sent her these messages that said that Akima, the girlfriend, the pregnant girlfriend, was grooming some young girl when the girl was growing up, because she's claiming that Akima has a record and all this stuff. Like, girl, you need to stop. You need to stop. Here's talking about how Akima was with a pimp and she was his bottom B. Like, she said all this stuff, like she won't let it go. I know she's hurt. I know she's embarrassed and whatnot. She's feeling that she got played by a 22-year-old because he's only 22. However, like, you're 31 and you started messing with a man who was giving you money, giving you thousands of dollars. You didn't know how to play your position, and now you're feeling stupid. Like, this is all these messages that she still has going on. Like, this is from the 12th. This is all. Look at all these. This is her constantly, all about Zion Williamson. Zion is not paying her no attention at this point, and that's it. She must have deleted. She deleted some of the stuff because let's just look at it. She wants him to have a paternity test. It's absolutely disgusting, and she just will not let it up no matter what. So Zion, keep it in your pants, please. Keep it, and it's not worth it. You're seeing now, Zion. It's not worth it at all. If you don't want to be in a relationship, that's fine. I understand that's fine. But these guys got to learn. Like, they really have to learn that it's not with it. And know what? While we're on that subject of these side chicks and these stots they met on Instagram, let's pull up these two here. They're two Instagram influencers. I don't know if I've ever seen them before, because to me, all these Instagram, they all look the same to me. Just like the other day, my granddaughter was playing some song. And the girl, I asked her I said, is that Young Miami or is that JT? And my granddaughter looked at me like I was crazy. She was like, no. I said, to me, they all look the same. They all have the same makeup. They all got the same type of hair. Like, it depending on what their skin shade is, all the ones of a certain shade, they all look the same to me. That may sound ignorant or whatever, but it's all the same thing with the makeup and everything else. So these two here, Melissa Ranky Antiola from Calidor and Melissa Dufour of Miramar, Florida, are charged with cocaine trafficking. Like, they're supposed to be Instagram influencers, clothing line. Let's see, this one, Miss Antiola, she has 118,000 followers and a what you call it line. Like, come on. Like, they are just they're too much. But this is what happens. They found it in their car. and they found the drugs. So they're going to jail. They're going to jail. So here's the mugshot here, as you see how they look without all the makeup. That's how they look. And then there's the Instagram, how they look. So ladies, take care, because you'll be in jail for a while. So good luck with that. All right, let's see what we got up next. I did these two. Oh, here we go. You remember the story about Jordan Neely out of New York City? He was choked in the subway by Daniel Penny. Well, Daniel Penny was indicted yesterday. So he will be standing trial. So I know there's been some talk because there's some people in New York that say that he didn't do anything wrong. He did do something wrong. He killed that man. And the reports that he was saying that he was trying to save Jordan Neely. You weren't trying to save him when you had your arms around his neck. He had him in a chokehold and everything, and he killed him. So hey, have fun upstate, and don't drop the soap, like they say. All right, let's see what else we got next here. This was from a couple weeks ago. These two, the mother and daughter, killed the grandmother with the chainsaw and then cooked her on the grill. Like, I was like, I can't believe this. It's all over some credit card fraud. They killed the grandmother. So rest in peace to the grandmother. Hopefully the family will get justice. And these two, I don't even want to say their names. These two will be locked up for the rest of their lives, and that will be it. Oh, talking about locked up. Boozy, who's always talking, who never shuts up. He was at court for something else, and then when he got out, this case got dismissed, but hey, they picked him up for something else. So he's an idiot. He's a buffoon. He's absolutely ridiculous. So the feds got him, and you know how the feds do. The feds, when they get you, they pretty much have a good case because they don't lose. They have what, like a 95% rate. So, oh well, Boozy. Let's see what happens. And the other week he was talking about snitches and everything else. You know, he is in there crying like a biatch in jail. So, oh well, Boozy. You don't drop the soap either. All that talking he's always doing. And let's right here, look at this right here. This man's a professor at Penn State. They found him out in the woods on a forest trail, naked from the waist down, leaving on his shoes and socks, having sexual acts with his collie dog. You know, Lassie. Like, you're that twisted to you can't go with your big job at Penn State with all that money. You couldn't pay for a escort or something. You had to go and do that with your dog. Like, this, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. People, like, I don't know where this world is going to. Ugh. Now this right here.
Little video. Hi, Mr. President.
Let me stop the music. I don't want to get it straight. But this young lady here, transgender model and activist Rose Montoya, was at the White House. They had Pride last week. And shout out to the White House. They had a Pride event. Then this week they also had a Juneteenth event. So they're trying to get it out there and do it. So with people saying, what are they doing for Black people? Well, the Pride and them having events for Juneteenth, that's something that they're doing for Black people. So, hey, Aubrey, how are you? So this activist, she goes topless. So then when Karine Jean-Pierre, who's the White House press secretary, she made a statement the other day that Montoya will not be allowed back at the White House. Anyone who did that, because the bottom line is this: it doesn't even matter if she's transgender or not. Anyone that goes to the White House and you disrespect the White House like that, then you're not allowed back. You need to go. Now let's go down here to this piece of trash, Tim Anderson, who stepped out of his marriage, has a baby by Deja, her name Deja Lene, I forget her name, another Instagram bot model and everything else. He stepped out on his wife, beautiful wife and 2 little girls, got this woman pregnant. They have a son together, him and the side chick. I don't know if she's still a side chick, because you never know. Sometimes they try to run back and hit it again. So
whether it's because you're both very attractive people or you're both successful people, your wife was an English teacher, it's the community latches on to you, right? The culture latches on to you. For sure. Like, you're a handsome dude, right? She's a beautiful woman. Those things happen. You have beautiful girls, for sure, right? 2 beautiful daughters. But lately, it hasn't been about the home runs. It hasn't been about how talented Tim is. It's been about what type of husband is Tim. It's been about the messiness or the pettiness that can become part of the marketing of gossip sites. And in dealing with that, like, I know it's one thing to deal with things in your house personally and privately. It's another thing to have to deal with them publicly. It's another thing for you to be reminded, and also your wife be reminded of what you guys are going through. As you said, sometimes you never know what people are going through. Right. We actually know what you are going through. You have one of those families, whether it's because you're both very attractive people or when you look at that situation, how difficult has that been for you?
You know, it's been going on for a minute now. You know, and just trying to get to a place, because the days continue to keep coming and I continue to have to keep playing, you know what I mean, through this. But, you know, you try to make it right, you know, the best way you can, you know, behind the scenes. And that's something that I did. But, you know, people are going to always have their thoughts on how they see things. And so for me, I just really, you know, try to ignore a lot of things that go on or what a lot of people say, because I know, you know, my truth, and I know, you know, I know what's real and what's not. So I just try to continue to handle it the best way I know how and not really get distracted, because at the end of the day, I'm on a mission.
Now, this is the thing, Tim. Now, I reported on this last week. It's one thing to step outside your marriage, you mess with someone, you make a mistake and everything, but you stepped out of your marriage, and this all took place last year, maybe a year and a half or so ago. He stepped out of his marriage. The young lady has several pictures of him and her together. She has pictures, she has text messages, she has the whole 9. So is it just that she got pregnant and she put it out there and you got caught? Is that why you're trying to back? And the backtracking you gave, it wasn't given what you thought it was going to give. Maybe there's some men or women that will fall for it. You know, there's always some people that will fall for it. I did a panel on Tuesday night with some seasoned ladies, and we talked about side chicks, being a side chick, you know, not knowing we're the side chick, that type of thing, and how that affected our lives and our marriages and our relationships. So if you go look on the community tab, you'll see the link for that video, and I'll post it. Matter of fact, I'll post it in the description for this video when I'm done. Shout out to Gio for getting us together for that. Go over to Gio's vlogs and more. She did that on her YouTube page. But Tim, the thing about it with Tim, with Zion, with other men that have money, they think that they're like the Teflon Don, like nothing can stick to them and they can do all these things. And then when they get older, then they want to backtrack and they want to think about how they messed up their families, how their kids don't want to deal with them and all that kind of stuff. Like even Shaq now, there was a young lady they showed her on Instagram who works at Home Depot, and Shaq slid up into her DMs. For what, Shaq? Because everyone's saying, oh, you know, how beautiful she is working at Home Depot. So now Shaq slid up into her DMs. Come on now. And hopefully that lady won't sell herself short, because she doesn't deserve anybody like that. So let me find a next story. This story right here. Let me pull that up. Anita Baker. I was a big time Anita Baker fan back in the day. Let me make that bigger so you guys can see it. I loved Anita Baker. I seen her when she came here to Connecticut. I saw her and no, not Shaq from Mavs. Shaquille O'Neal. That's Shaq. See, that's the first Shaq I think of. I don't think about Shaq from Mavs. Shaquille O'Neal is the original Shaq. But yeah, Aubrey, I can pull that up too after. But Anita Baker had the concert in Newark, New Jersey. I know there were some issues about the concert, and Babyface is her special guest. You know, she's the headliner, he's the special guest. So what happened was the people there, and you know, Anita Baker caters to a certain crowd, people that are most likely 50 and up. So she's there at I believe it may have been at the Prudential Center there in Newark. People were there. They said there were older people, you know, in wheelchairs and everything else. People are there waiting. Babyface didn't go on. It was like, let's say the concert started at 7:30. She was 2.5 hours late. So if it started at 7:30 and she didn't come on until 10 o'clock, and then most of these venues have a curfew. Depending on the state they're in, they have to stop by a certain time. So people didn't get their show. It was just a mess. So anyway, what happened was, I like to say, what had happened was, so Babyface's fans, I guess, were saying stuff to her and she didn't like it. At one point earlier this week, she was saying that something about talking about the fans were similar to like the Beyonce fans. And I'm a card carrying member of the Beehive. Shout out to Beyonce. She's over in Europe doing her thing. Her and Blue Ivy is up there. So they'll be coming here shortly. And I'm going to see her twice. I'm just putting that out there. I will be seeing her twice this summer. And maybe even a third time. You never know, because I could go fly somewhere and see her and fly back. But anyway, so Anita Baker is getting all out of sorts because Babyface fans are coming out here. Now, Anita, you are you're an institution. Yes, you are OG in singing and everything. However, those people were paying. Some of them paid like $200 and $300 for that ticket to see her. You know, and then she's doing all this stuff and acting up because people are upset. Of course, people are upset. People spend their money, risk still getting the C-19 virus and going into an arena to see you. You know, look at that. Baltimore back in May sold out. Like, she's on there, and let me tell you, people want to see Babyface. So you need to get over yourself, Miss Anita. You really need to get over yourself because you're not all that. Your voice is good, but it still's not hitting like it was. Like Babyface, like it says here, look at this comment. This person says, shout out to just call me T_T93. Woo baby, some of y'all are babies and it shows. Y'all gonna defend diva behavior no matter what. Anita is a legend in her own right and I love her music. But what we won't do, and I put that in there, what we won't do is minimize the fact that she is being petty over something he can't control. He can't control immature fans over the internet anymore than Beyonce or Nicki. And y'all know they have some crazy fans that do the most. Babyface is the pin master. Dude has written for Madonna, Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, Toni Braxton, Tevin Campbell, and has music featured in major films such as Boomerang and Soul Food. And he did the Wait Until Exhale soundtrack that still hits today. Like this man, his catalog beats Anita's with flying colors. I know that's right. We don't see Anita. Has Anita done a versus battle? No. Let's see. His catalog beats Anita's with flying colors, and those are facts. The man is seriously unproblematic. Oh, I didn't know the comment with this one. Okay, unproblematic and very gracious and professional. That's true. I saw him in concert, and I had gone here in Connecticut. They came to Casino. I went to see him, and I had gone to see Vivian Green. I didn't care about Babyface being there. When I tell you, Oh my God, the concert he gave. I'm getting chills now because that man is just a consummate professional. But anyway, Anita, on the other hand, as amazing as she is, has a history, hear me now, a history of horrendous attitude and bad peer behavior stemming from the 1980s. And know what? I remember that was in the 80s when I went to see her and Luther. And I think Luther was a headliner. She came on before Luther. And I remember she took up all this, like she really cut into his time. And I remember people saying things about her. Remember, one of the McLean sisters tweeted a few years ago about meeting Anita, and she was extremely rude. I love Anita, but she does seem to be like her own worst enemy. And if she's not going to take accountability, maybe she should tour alone. She needs to understand with this digital age we live in, when you go to the internet, you cannot control the thoughts of others. The fact that y'all think Babyface could do anything about that is ridiculous. Be for real. And that's correct. Like, she can't help it. People are going in on her. Like, this is supposed to be her last tour. Don't do that, Anita. Stop acting like that. So here's another story. This lady was in the Dollar Tree, and someone came up to her. And no, let me see. I will play it for you.
Give you $100 right now if you make me laugh.
Seriously?
That's serious. One shot.
Make you laugh, huh? Okay.
What's your name?
Shirley.
I'm Zachary. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You got a joke?
You got a joke? Tell them a joke.
For $100.
I think that you can cross the road.
Why?
To get to the other side.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Kevin Hart.
Is he coming to town in a few weeks?
To Gary, yeah, he's coming to the casino over there. I love him. So.
How long
yeah.
have you loved him for?
Since I saw his first stand-up about 6 years ago.
I think he actually has a show tonight here.
Really?
Yes, tonight. Are you going?
No.
Would you want to go?
Yes.
If you could tell Kevin Hart a joke, what would you tell him?
I wish he was taller.
You're $100.
Are you serious?
I actually had a surprise for you too. At $1,000 cash. Give you $100 right now if you make me laugh.
Are you kidding me?
For you.
Oh, I'm about to cry. God. Are you kidding me?
It's yours.
Oh my God.
God
Thank
bless.
you.
Love you.
Oh my God.
Do you work tonight? So like you gotta call someone because you're going to the Kevin Hart show tonight.
Thank you. We are.
Oh no, we didn't just get you tickets. You're gonna meet Kevin.
No lie.
Yeah.
Well, let me turn that off, y'all, because they're playing some Drake, and I know. But this lady, she was so happy. So happy. So let me see if his music can. But she was so happy to meet Kevin Hart. So shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Kevin Hart and his team for making that dream come true for her. I thought that was just one of the sweetest things ever. All right, now this guy here, you guys remember him from Black Panther? He was the I can't think of what his name was, but he was the water guy, the one in the water, which he was like a breakout star and everything. Well, now this girlfriend of his is accusing him of assault. I didn't look too much into the story. I'm just telling you guys about it because it's like I don't know if it's true or not true. Like, if my thing is this, and I know it's probably hey Nancy, how are you? I know it's probably an unpopular opinion or whatever, but my thing is this: if someone does something to you, take care of it at that time. Don't wait until the person's a star or the person gets to shine and everything. Then people want to come out and say stuff about them. I just don't agree with that. I don't like it. It's just like, it's just ridiculous. So hopefully they can get everything all set with this, with Tenoch Huerta. It's always something. Wait, let me go back to, hold on, you guys. Yeah, Aubrey, you could tell it when I remember they were on stage together, and this was going back, gosh, close to 40 years. And yeah, she lives there. Wow. Hey Nancy, how are you? So let's see what other stories. Oh, these people here. You know, there was a fight over the weekend with Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti III. So John Gotti's daughter now is threatening, I guess this is Yaya, threatening Yaya Mayweather, Mayweather and whatnot. And through this message at them, which I think not only is it being nasty, but it's a little racist thing she threw in there too. Nicole Gotti, shut up. Because you don't really want the smoke. She don't really want the smoke. And at the also trash Jocelyn Hernandez, otherwise known as the Puerto Rican princess. Here she is. She got locked up because she got into a fight with Big Lex. Now, these are people who are on the Zeus Network. My daughter loves the Zeus Network and whatnot. I don't watch it. She's always here watching. I can't because it's too. I mean, I could deal with the verbal squabbling, but the hands, because it's constant hands putting on each other. So here's her charges here about battery and everything. Jocelyn, but my thing is, Jocelyn, where was Bonnie Bella at when you was doing this fighting? Bonnie Bella is her daughter that is by Stevie J. Where's your daughter at, girl? Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. They won the NBA Finals. It's their first win ever, so shout out to them. And then here, Sunday, in Pennsylvania, there was an explosion underneath the highway, and so 95 in Philadelphia is now a mess. And 95 is the main way to, if you're going, anywhere towards Baltimore, if you're going to DC from up north, because 95 runs through Connecticut. So I know that's a hot mess down there. And there were some people saying, oh, someone did that on purpose, this, that kind of stuff. No, we had the same type of thing happen here in Connecticut where a truck blew up on the highway. And that highway was shut down for the longest time. It was an absolute nightmare. That happened in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I forget how many years. It may have been, I want to say maybe 10 years ago or so. So hopefully, they can get this done. It's going to take a while because you see how that looks. That's a whole bridge, like an overpass thing. And that goes to our crumbling infrastructure and everything else. So, yeah, that's terrible right there. And, remember when Trump was in office, he was having infrastructure week. It was every week, and they did nothing. It was just a bunch of talk and nothing else. So hopefully they will get that back going because I was thinking about going. I have a niece that lives in Maryland. I had thought about going to visit her, and let me do it so I can get rid of this. And I'm going to have to fly down to see her. Here's Wendy Williams. Sends prayers out to Wendy Williams. Poor Wendy is allegedly back in a rehab facility or something with her drinking. Her son said he's going through a lot. He was threatened and just all kinds of things. So shout out to Lil Kevin trying to do right by his mom. But Wendy also needs to go to some NA meetings or AA meetings or whatever it is and work really on getting herself together. And Wendy, with all this stuff going on now, we need you out here in these streets. We need you. We need you reporting on this stuff. But prayers to both of them. Let's see what else I got for you. Oh, this right here with Nene. So this week on Real Housewives of Atlanta, when they did their opener, when they were doing that, and they were talking about some things that happened in the past, they clipped Nene out of the picture from the Real Housewives from maybe 10 or so years ago. But this is the thing, part of the tea that happened with it. I watched Real Housewives on Peacock, So when I was watching on Peacock that morning, I watched the episode. But when I went back to watch the episode for a recap that I do on the Talk with Selena, she has a panel that's Mondays at 5 o'clock. We do a panel about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was going back to watch it earlier in the afternoon. Peacock took the episode down. So I guess there was some issues about it. So they reworked the episode, and I believe they took that clip out. So here, Nene and Naomi have broken up. You remember last year, Naomi's wife was suing Nene for being with her husband. Now, Nene, remember you said close your legs to marry men? That worked for a while because everyone was using that quote, but it didn't age well at all, Nene. Nene got, I don't know if that's not no face too. Nene done had some face work done. So yeah. So here's what she's talking about: narcissist, saying narcissist is the devil. Nene, some people say you're a narcissist, Nene. So when you point at someone, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. So here's what they say here. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk and Hollywood Unlocked for all these stories. One post says, listen to this: narcissist is the devil. Narcissists do not have the ability to self-reflect. They cannot see anything wrong in what they do. They only see fault in your reaction. Listen, sometimes if you spot it, you got it, Nene. So I won't even say shout out to you on breaking up with the man, because I'm not touching that. But Nene, we need you back on the Real Housewives. That's where I need you. I'm hoping that they can iron things out and whatnot. In this story here, shout out to DC Young Fly, the kids. Rest in peace, Miss Jackie O. This whole thing, I saw some of the funeral and everything. I feel so bad for him. So Corey Holcomb, Corey is just plain trash, because he was saying stuff about Lizzo. Ain't nobody checking for you, Corey, because your breast is as big as Lizzo's. How about that? No one is checking for you at all. But he was on recently on a podcast. He was on A Lot of Smoke Radio. That's the name of the podcast. And they were, giving some shouts out to DC Young Fly, and he just could not read the room, and he had to put his comments in there. And he's just a disgusting human being. Let me switch over so you guys can hear what he had to say.
Ain't never seen no fake shit out, my nigga. Always be 100. DC Young Fly. It ain't even nothing I can tell you right now. I don't know exactly what all you got on your plate, but all I'm saying, look, bro, after all this bullshit heat down up off you, I'm gonna give you a call, man. Love you.
Yep.
Yeah, much
Our
respect,
condolences,
man.
for sure.
Much respect, dog.
Yeah.
That's one of the toughest things about entertainment is going through shit
Some
like
public
that.
stuff that's really hard. Yeah, you got to.
No, I mean, let me cut the bullshit. I wish my baby mama died.
Oh,
I mean, God dang! What the fuck I gotta do, bitch? What? Are you lying, nigga? The fuck? I'm gonna say it and don't mean it? I ain't that kind of nigga. DC Young Fly, one of the realest motherfuckers I've ever seen.
That is just absolutely disgusting. Corey, you need to keep your mouth closed, because, no, I have to watch my words, because I'm going to start cussing in a minute. No, I'm not going to go there. But Corey is just a buffoon. He is a bum and everything else. So hopefully, get him off my TV screen. Now, this is this trash right here. Look at this. We stop playing the music. But look at this. This is Tokyo Tony. She is Angela White's mother. Angela White is who we know as Black China. But look at this. Petting the kitty cat for people. She is, let me get her off my screen, because she is just trash too. He is a deadbeat, because Aubrey, he ain't doing nothing. He was on Wild 'N Out for a while, and his jokes wasn't hitting on nothing. I think he might tour, like they do groups of comics that go, and nobody's checking for him at all. Now, this is some sad news here. Olympic gold medalist Tori Bowie, she died. They found her in her home. They believe she had passed away a week before they found her. She was 8 months pregnant, going through labor at home. This was back on May 2nd. And she had some type of complication and she passed away. And no one had heard from her from a few days. Like, this is a pregnant woman, 8 months pregnant, and nobody's checking on her at all. Like, that right there, you know, like, where was the father of the baby? Where's her family? Like, the family wasn't checking on her or nothing. So rest in peace to Tori and for her baby. It's just a sad, sad story. You know, it's just really a sad story. And some of you guys may know about, I just had it. Other thing I was looking at. You may know Slutty Vegan. Here it is. Slutty Vegan, Pinky Cole, who is the owner of Slutty Vegan. Slutty Vegan is big down in Atlanta, and she's branched out. She now has a store in Brooklyn. She has a store in DC. I know they also have a food truck, and they will be seen on the upcoming episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She married Derek Hayes, who was, I believe, her longtime boyfriend. So I still want to get down there and get some of that good vegan food, because everybody raves about it. Oh, look at Montel Jordan did the ceremony for them. Shout out to Montel Jordan. Look at shit. They look beautiful. Beautiful. It's wonderful to see Black love. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look how cute she looks there. So shout out to her. She is from New York. She originally worked in movies and production and stuff like that, and she had this vision for a vegan lifestyle, and she moved down to Atlanta. I think she went to school. She may have gone to Emory in Atlanta. I forget her whole story, Pinky's whole story, but shout out to her and congratulations to the both of them. May they have a long life together. She does so much for the community down there. Look, this is beautiful. I love me a good wedding. I guess she was at the St. Regis down in Atlanta. Beautiful venue. All right, come through, Black man. I see Jeezy there in the front. Come through now. All right, not come through Jeezy. I'm saying come through, Black man, not Jeezy. All right, let me go to the comments to see what's going on here. Yeah, you know what? Aubrey, I didn't look at her whole story, but you know, some people decide they want to have a labor at home, or she may have been in some preterm labor and she was just at home. I don't understand why no one checked on her. To me, that just makes no sense that nobody went in and checked on her to see how she was doing. So it's just a sad, sad situation. And y'all, listen, people be inviting people to the cookout. Don't stop doing that. Now here's Jack Harlow in a bonnet. Y'all know Jack Harlow. He's a white rapper and everything. And here he goes in a bonnet. So now, you know, he might come out, because you know how our ideas and everything get co-opted. So he might come out with a bonnet line and everything else. I remember seeing one time, because let me tell you all something. Nordstrom is my store. Dye and sprinkle me. When I die, sprinkle me over Nordstrom's. I absolutely love Nordstrom. Anyway, I remember I was looking one day on the Nordstrom website, and they were showing, I was looking through the lingerie section because I purchased underwear and bras from there. And so they showed some nightgowns and stuff. Then they had some bonnets. And they weren't really like our traditional bonnets or like anything similar to what he had on. They had these other things. It was like a glorified scarf that they had up. So really it's for white women to put on their head. That thing was $90-something. I'm like, A black woman can make that for you for $20. It was crazy. So here he goes. Here he goes with a freaking bonnet on. So now you're gonna see how our stuff always getting co-opted. I can't stand it. So let me see if I have any other stories I wanted to go over here with you guys before we get out of here. This I forgot to talk about this earlier. Teddy Riley is a Trump supporter. I stopped following Teddy a while ago because he was really saying some problematic things. So he's supporting Trump's innocence because allegedly Trump pardoned his brother. So that's why he's all down for Trump. You stay over there because I'm not Teddy. I'm not messing with you. I stopped following him on all my socials and everything else. And what I found out that a lot of time rich people do things with rich people. So I'm not messing with him. Period. So here's Messy C. Some of you guys remember Messy C. Messy C was engaged to this young lady, and when he was engaged to her, everyone was saying that they thought that he was gay and everything else. Well, Messy C had decided that he no longer wanted to be with her. He wanted to be with the man. This young lady he was with here, engaged to, was pregnant at the time. So the day that they had that September 3rd, 2022, he had put that on like invitations that he was getting married to this man on that same date. So allegedly now, let's see, he must have hit another man in the head. This was back last Sunday, June 11th. Messy C's real name is Clarence Yarbrough. So Messy C, you might be going to jail. Here's Messy. Let me tell you something. Messy C has a booty that a lot of women go and buy it. So here he is here with his outfit on and doing whatever. But Messy C be doing the most, doing the absolute most. If y'all ever seen him, I've seen his videos and stuff, not in the club and all this other kind of stuff. I'm like, Messy C, you are a mess. He matches his name, Messy C. They do make a nice couple. I like that. I like what they both have on there. So Messy C, cut it out. Get your life together. Please, sir. Get your life together. And here's boxer Gervonta Davis. Remember, he recently he was on. He had some issues with his with the girlfriend. So now he's back in jail. He had a 90-day sentence for a hit and run. And now he's supposed to be on home detention. He probably was out doing something he wasn't supposed to do, like they usually do. So now he's locked back up. Let me go back over here to the comments, see what you guys are saying. Did you guys like the video? Let me go back over here. Nancy, you said the burger and steak are good too. I know we were talking about Pinky Cole and the Slutty Vegan. I know that their burgers, everything looks good when I seen it on the internet when I looked at it. And my niece has been down there because she goes to Atlanta every so often, and she said their stuff was good. So let me know exactly what you were talking about there, Nancy, if you're still here in the chat. Aubrey here, you're right. It's labor. So we don't know if she had preeclampsia or what she had going on, but I just hate that she laid there and she passed away by herself. Poor thing, only 32 years old, had her whole life, had already been in the spotlight by winning gold medals and everything. And that's just a shame that she was there alone, that nobody was with her. You know, let me see if there's anything else I wanted to get into with y'all before I go. No, here's Claudia Jordan. Claudia always got to have her mouth into something and always got to have something to say. She's talking about Jocelyn, calling her the female blue. Girl, it did look like that Blueface, Krishan Rock, and even Jocelyn did a good job at that fight. But let's see. I don't want to play the music because they'll send me a copyright claim. But definitely, the stuff did sound good. It did sound good. Let me take her down because she gets on my nerves. All right, let me go back over here. Who's the guy I just talked about? Oh, Gervonta Davis. He's a boxer. He was a boxer, and like I said, recently he got into it with, I believe, with his girlfriend. I remember seeing something about him. I'm going to drop the link in case anyone wants to come up. But yeah, let me tell you, these people always got something going on. Let me go here. Let me go down my timeline. Oh, here's the Home Depot.
Draft. The Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State.
She's in the back.
Should write a book about every step on my way up the ladder. I came out the mud, it was an ugly chapter. I don't even show up at your fancy parties. If you see me hanging out, it's off the Raptors. Only baller to go platinum. If you count my points and rebounds, quadruple platinum. Got 2 retired jerseys in 2 different cities. I'm still waiting on that call from the Orlando Magic. Look, I feel overly blessed. Put 7 on the check. I cannot be quoted for less. Taking trips day to day. I get global. Smith. I'm still.
Yeah. But yeah, Shaq, he's doing that now because he was embarrassed by sliding in that girl's DMs like that. Shaq is a mess. And he was just saying all this stuff. Because I don't know who he's not. I don't think he's married now. I think he divorced the other wife that he had. Shaq is a mess, a total mess. No, I have that up. Oh no, I probably had that up. You guys didn't even see it. Hold on. Let me add that up here. Oh. No, I did. I took the thing out. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I be moving too crazy these days. Okay. I won't play the video again, but here's Shaq inside. He must have gone to his local Home Depot and did this movie and whatnot. I don't go to Home Depot because Home Depot was donating to the Trump campaign, so I stopped going there. I try to distance myself from any businesses that support him. And Shaquille is Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. And here's what he said to the young lady. He said to her, "Don't let them people bother you." And she said, "Thank you, Shaq. Don't read the comments. Stuff like that will drive you crazy. Have a great day and tell all your boyfriends I said hello." Shaq. That's because Shaq's trying to get in there. Let me go to the hashtag Shaq. So let's see, is it going to? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's him with Brittany. Let's see. I was hoping they would show it, but they may not. This is all the other stuff with Shaq. But yeah, Shaq is a mess. He is an absolute mess. He needs to stop. But his wife, ex-wife Shawnee, is doing good. She married Pastor Keon Henderson. They live down in Houston, so it seems like they are doing pretty good. So Shaq, cut it out. Keep it in your pants. Leave the young women alone because she may look like she's a good girl on the outside. I don't know anything about her. I didn't want to get deep into it, but this is how men get themselves in trouble when they start sliding in people's DMs. And then they don't know how to act. And then, things happen. Oh, Aubrey, I see you up there. Hey, Aubrey. Oh, Aubrey, I don't know what happened. Aubrey, come up again. I don't know what happened there. Well, yeah, these men, they get themselves in trouble. Then they don't understand why this, why this happened or why that happened. All right, Aubrey, let me try adding you again. There you go. Hey, Aubrey, how are you?
Hey, I'm great.
I'm great. It's something I wanted to talk to you about, but I had so much trouble with getting noticed. I forgot what it was now. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Good stories. Good stories. I was just it was funny when you said Shaq. Of course, I thought of Shaq from Married at First Sight, but yeah, I know Shaquille O'Neal. I know who he is, and yeah,
Mhm.
he's the first Shaquille that really I ever heard that name. But right now, I guess I'm stuck on Married at First Sight for the next 2 more weeks.
Oh yeah.
The next 2-3 more weeks, because well, actually, yeah, but about 3 more weeks. So
Mhm.
but yeah, but you did a great job. I was trying to figure out, there was some guy you covered. I don't know who he is. Is he some type of rapper, and you said he was going to prison possibly, or jail?
Oh, the one I showed. Which one was that? Javonta Davis? Him?
Yeah, that sounds about
Yeah,
right.
he was in a hit and run, and I guess he had gotten um a 90-day sentence, but they let him do it on home confinement, and then
Hmm.
he must have been out acting up, so now he's going to serve the rest of that sentence behind bars.
Oh, I see.
So he's a
Yeah.
rich celebrity. He'll be out. He'll be out soon. So he's not. He'll use that for his quote unquote street cred.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm so far behind with all the. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say you do a great job. Maybe it's because you got the grandchildren and more children than I have, currently around me. I don't have any grandchildren. You do a great job of keeping up with the current topical level of celebrities, which I'm like, when people say their name, like, with the whole Jackie O thing. Have we heard any more word about Jackie O in that situation?
No, I haven't heard anything, but there are what I have seen on TikTok. I've seen on YouTube. A lot of people are doing a lot of conspiracy theories, and it's just it's crazy with the conspiracy theories about her saying that. I don't even. You know what? I really don't even want to put it out there because I don't believe them, and I feel bad for DC Young Fly, and his family, and even her family, and all. And there's some stuff with like things that her father said when he spoke at her funeral that were kind of a little cringy and problematic. There's a lot out there. There's really a lot out there going on. And then even after her death, Akbar V, who is a rapper down in Atlanta, who is I don't know what's going on with your feed there, Aubrey. It's making some sound. No, you might have to drop. No, I'm going to drop you down and then come right back. But you guys, what I was saying was Akbar V, who is a rapper down in Atlanta. She is Candy Burris' cousin, and she also was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She had some plastic surgery done. It was either earlier this week or the end of last week. So she was on. They showed her on Shade Room or Neighborhood Talk talking about it, and I thought it was a poor taste. This young lady just passed away. Down there in Atlanta, a lot of people are their friends, and it's they have they're kind of like close knit. So like, what is she talking about? The surgery. It's just what she did. Oh, Aubrey is still messed up. Your connection. Yeah, it's still. I can't hear you. You sound garbled. Yeah, it's still. Yeah, you're still not coming in good. Yeah, it's Aubrey. I dropped you down because it still wasn't coming in good. But for her to do that, and Akbar is problematic anyway. She's really problematic with her. She's reckless with her mouth. She allowed herself to be used by Nicki Minaj to come at Cardi B, and all that kind of stuff, thinking it was going to get her some credibility, and it didn't. So her showing her getting plastic surgery and her fat sucked out or whatever, it wasn't given what it was supposed to, because Akbar, we all know you are trash. You are trash. But know what though? It is on brand for you to do the things that you do, the nasty little underhanded things you do. So you go ahead, and if that's what allows you to sleep at night, then good for you, sis. Go off, sis. I'm gonna see it, Aubrey, if you come back up. But yeah, y'all. Every week it's always these hot topics or something else. Every week it's always something, and I'll tell you, these celebrities and regular people will keep us in stories forever. There is always something going on and whatnot. I don't know if Aubrey's coming back up or not. But I'm going to end it here, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I have a recap of Married at First Sight, Cast Tell All that came out last night. A mess. They are a mess. So I'm going to do that recap on Saturday morning. And then also, what else? Can't think of what else I have going on. I have so much going on. I'm getting ready to be an officiant for a family member's wedding. So I have been trying to concentrate on that. And I have some stories I'm working behind the scenes. So I'm trying to do that. And I also work a full-time job. So it's a lot. I have a lot going on, but still I'm committed to coming to you for the times that I have every week, so that we can sit here and kiki and look at these people acting up, because it shows you that you can have money but still have money but still be trash. So hold on 1 minute. Oh, Aubrey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming up. And there's my girl, hey, Gigi. Gigi is funny, too. So, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you once again, Aubrey. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to leave you with, where is that? With my friend here, that I always close with. Where is it?
Say it with me, kids. If protecting my peace makes me the villain, then bitch, my name is Thanos.
Y'all, I believe in protect your peace at all times, even if it's not dealing with family, friends, or whoever. Remember, no is a complete sentence. So if someone asks you something and you say no, and that's it, no. Just remember those things. Protect your peace at all times. The only person that you can control is yourself. You have no control over these adult people. So it is what it is, y'all. Thank you again so much. And those were the hot topics this week. Next week, I will be back with more hot topics and whatnot. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I don't know where this. Let's see. Aubrey, that was your comment from before. That popped up. I didn't see it. Look at it before. But thank you guys once again. And I will leave you to the rest of your Thursday evening. Love you all.
Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I'ma leave a decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen, something that you never been. But I wake up and nothing's wrong. Just get ready for work. To me, I be work. You see me do me that.